With all the moves that have happened in the past week, it's clear that the Raiders actually have a vision. For Mark Davis, John Gruden, Mike Mayock, all of these moves you're seeing show you that it's obviously about one thing: the future. Not necessarily about now, it's about the future. Going to the playoffs this year, yeah, that'd be great. That's an added bonus. But it's about the future. And in part of that plan, the Raiders are on a mission pretty much to accomplish two things. Step one, become the hottest show in town in Las Vegas. And to become a hot ticket in Sin City, you need a reason to get people in the building. John Gruden can only sell you so much. I get he's one of the game's biggest personalities, especially for his work with ESPN. You can drive around Vegas and you'll see John Gruden's face on billboards saying the Raiders are coming. That'll get you excited. Chucky's cool. That's great. Gruden certainly helps, but he can't be the first name on the playbill of the program. That's what Antonio Brown is for. The best receiver in football. You bring him in, all of a sudden, wow, that guy's on the team? All right, now I'm excited. Now I'm excited for the Vegas Raiders. That's step one. Step two, you got to figure out the quarterback position. You can look to the draft, but why do that when you already have someone on your roster? And you got to figure out Derek Carr. He's 27 years old. He's got some talent in him. You just got to figure out, are we going to move on from him? And don't do that just yet. I understand you could draft somebody right now, but don't do that. Figure it out. And that's exactly what the Raiders are doing. They're saying, hey, here's Antonio Brown, the best receiver in football. Here's Tyrell Williams to stretch the field. Here's Trent Brown, the highest paid offensive lineman in football, to help a team that's given up over 50 sacks last season. Those are the moves you need to make. And it all shows you like, hey, Derek Carr, pressure's on you now, man. Those decisions are just as much about improving your team's on-field performance right now as they are about figuring out Derek Carr. It's Gruden and Mayock, their way of trying to repair the marriage, let's say. It's them saying, hey, Derek, don't think we forgot about you. We saw you on the ground. We watched you get pressure all year long. We saw you getting sacked. We know you have to deal with Von Miller, Joey Bosa, Chris Jones coming after you 6 times a year. But last year, we did what we felt we had to do for this thing to work long term. We know you really liked that expensive all-pro pass rusher that we used to have on our team. He was awesome. He's great. But we couldn't afford to pay for nice things like that when the whole house is built on a leaky foundation. So you could be mad at us for that. I get it. We get it. But here we are now, working things out, right? Sorting out our issues. So don't think we forgot about the reason we loved you to begin with. We know somewhere inside of you there's a guy who was at a one-time league-leading candidate to be the league's MVP. We just got to see it again, right? Because, you are getting paid a lot of money. But don't think we're ready to give up on you just yet. Of course not. That's why we got you all these nice things this year, right? We got you some gifts. Here's Tyrell Williams to stretch the field. Here's Antonio Brown. So when you don't know what to do with the ball, you always have the option of throwing it to the best receiver in the game. And yeah, those big monster pass rushers that give you nightmares in the AFC West, don't worry about them anymore. We got the most expensive offensive lineman in the league. Trent Brown, he'll take care of your blind side. Don't worry about that anymore. We're doing our part to try and fix this thing. So in return, it's only fair we ask you to do yours. You got some weapons now. No more 5-yard dump-offs. No more scared football in the pocket. Those are the terms. We love you, Derek. But we're not satisfied looking back at the good moments of the past. It's about the future. We're showing you that. It's about the future. And if all these things aren't good enough, consider this thing between us over.